Hi, and welcome to another Monday on the Tracker here on Citi TV. Today, we are switching sports. We are talking boxing. Now, the first time I walked into the stables of the man we are interviewing today, he was grooming a guy who would go on to become a world champion. A lot of people have passed through his hands, the likes of Pakpo Alote, the likes of Richard Comey, the likes of Duke Micah and Freddie Lawson. The list goes on and on. Most often than not, you find us here discussing issues with the boxers and whatnot. Today, we want to get into the mind of the trainer, the man who takes them through the fundamentals, the skills, and also guides them ringside up until that big championship bout. I'll be telling you a lot more about who he is, but of course, like we do it all the time on the show, we'll take a motivational video. Today's motivational video is called Obsessed. Have a look at this. We'll be right back.
My search led me to the study of the spiritual forces with which all of us are blessed.
Dean's list, graduated 4 years, master's degree, NFL, 4 or 5 in the 40. So I took that piece of paper, taped it on the side of my bed, and every morning I will visit my future, and every night I visit my future. Now here's the funny thing. My teammates saw that for the first time, they couldn't stop laughing. This skinny guy, and you think you're going to accomplish all that? We know what we call that, right? Dream killers. Dream killers will come in the form of alcohol, in the form of drugs, in the form of bad attitude, in the form you think you know it all. It'll stop a dream in a heartbeat. But I didn't let that bother me. I stayed the course. And slowly but surely, here come all conference. Here come Dean's list. Here come 4 or 5 in the 40. Here come a phone call from the Philadelphia Eagles. Vision. That's the power of a vision.
The problem with most people is that you're not obsessed with improvement. You're obsessed with making money. You're obsessed with taking your business to the next level. And can I be honest with you guys? When you become obsessed with improvement, I will spend more time learning in Australia than I will speaking. I'm going to say it again because you missed it. I will spend more time sitting under people.
Yeah, so you saw the message right there. You need to be obsessed with your goals if you are going to get to that pinnacle that you aspire to. Back here in the studio, a man who has watched a lot of people be obsessed with their goals and aspire to the top will share his story with us. Coach Lawrence Carl Lokko is my guest in the studio. Coach, because of Corona, I'll give you a fist in the air.
Nice one.
Let's talk about you generally. You know, every time we talk about boxing, we say Bukom is the hub of boxing, and we know that there are kids literally running around waiting for the opportunity to become boxers and become champions. But we never know how trainers are found, how trainers are discovered. Even before you tell me about how you ventured into the sport of boxing, I mean, give me a good sense of where Carl Lokko has come from, where you were born, where you've grown up, and how you eventually ventured into the sport of boxing.
Thank you very much. At least everybody have his own story where he started from, so you are in the right direction. Carl Lokko was born in Jamestown, Simpe to be precise, to Mr. Raymond Lokko and Elizabeth Lati. I grew up there, and I start my schooling still there. Okay. I did my school time from the nursery to Jamestown Methodist to, Jamestown Methodist GSS as well. Then Ancient Road at the arena, okay. The boxing arena, that's that direction. From there, move on to M8 Electronics to push a little bit over there. Yes. And I have 4 siblings. Okay. And one was Francis Lokko, as my brother, and he's gone.
Yeah, I met Francis. I can relate to that.
Yeah, and it's exactly 1 year now. I would say may so rest in peace. And I have Fred, and I have the other, female lady. Siblings and stuff. Yeah. So that is how I got myself found in the area of Jamestown, and today I'm also pushing a different direction.
Tell me about boxing, right? I mean, is this something you've always done in terms of training? How did you venture into the arena? Were you a boxer before? Did you retire and become a trainer? How did it all start for you?
Thank you. You know, when we are coming from, when we grew up from Bukom, let's say Jamestown, like we all know, most of us grew up to see this boxing thing going on. I showed interest earlier on when I was in school, but to be honest, my parents couldn't allow me because.
What level of schooling was this? What level of school was this?
When I want to do it.
Yeah.
That should be when I was in primary 6.
You're kidding?
Yeah. But because I have a duty all the time to perform at home. If I don't work for daddy, I have to work for mommy. So that means all the time I'm occupied. Yeah. So it was not coming easy for me, but I took it cool. I never made any difference. I mean, why are they not allow me to do this and that? But cool. Until the time I grew up a little bit, come up to, let's say, at the age of 19 years, I start seeing that I can start doing certain things on my own. So what I have to do, that is when and where I choose to dream back to boxing. But at that time or at that age, my mind has changed from being a boxer to pursue the career of a coach. So
what caused the change there?
I don't know. It's like.
Did you feel like you had like grown a little too much to have started boxing from a young age, and you felt like maybe now it's too late for you, so you are better off as a coach?
Earlier on, the passion was there to be a boxer. In my personal mind, that I was not even talking to people about it and stuff, but that is what is in my mind. When I got to that stage or that level in terms of the age I'm mentioning, that is what was in my mind. Is like, why don't you pursue to be a trainer? Why this happened? At that time, I was helping one of the boxer who now is no fighting, Osman Yaya, as Oziduran. At that time, I was supporting him in terms of guidance, in terms of a little bit finance. I mean, if you have small, you give somebody. So through that, get me close to the game again. Like, so I have to find myself to start doing that, and I choose to do as a trainer. So then straight away, I have to go under apprenticeship and start pursuing it.
Don't go too fast for me. Now, who were your boxing idols at the time when you decided first and foremost that you wanted to first be a boxer and then initially switched mind to become a coaching trainer? Who were the guys who were making waves in Ghana or even in global boxing at the time, and who actually stirred up the spirit in you to say, you know what, I want to have a career in this field?
To be honest, for now, the boxers that we all praise and talk about locally and internationally, I'll talk about knowing a bit about Azuma Nelson.
Okay.
I mean, and Ikwote.
Did you see any of those guys when you were young? When they were in Bukom coming up initially, did you have a chance to witness any of them?
I can say I've witnessed Azuma Nelson training at Zunzun when they were training at Koligono around that area there. But fully, Ikwote, I can say I have had enough watching his training, and I mean, even some of his fight. You understand? So at that time, I was not having deep match top stars or internationally, apart from Ghana. My mind was not even there deeply. Those are the two people that I can say. I mean, because
You're telling me about starting as a welfare guy. You were just helping out somebody who was professional. When I came to your gym the first time, the first thing I noticed was that you were basically very strict on discipline, and you were sort of coordinating everybody's agenda in the gym at one point at a time. How did Bronx Boxing Club come up, and how did you manage to take it from just a dream that was in your mind to something that materialized into a physical gym that bred so many boxers?
Once again, like I said, because when I made my mind to enter into, coaching, I was apprentice, or I started my apprenticeship under somebody who is in the name of Emmanuel Teko Tegu, call it Akese. May he so rest in peace. That is the uncle of Emmanuel Tegu. I was with him for a long time. I was with him about 7 years, and making sure I learned the trade very well. I was with him, and to be honest, it got to a point that I have to take a step. But the step I have to take don't have to bring any difference or any problem with my, let's say, my boss.
Your boss,
Yeah, so I told him that that time, Blema Kamoko, that's Buko Banku, have come to me to let me know officially that, oh, please, I want you to train me. And honestly, at that time, Blema Kamoko was not in good terms with my boss. So it will be difficult for
you to say you are leaving to go and train.
For me to take Bremer even to the gym at that time, that's Black Panthers. So what I have to do, I have to go to my boss and tell him, this is what is going on. This guy said he want me to do this with him. So, what's your mind? And to be honest, he was not embracing it for us to do it together, and just told me that, you're on your own, like, if you want to do it. Because I normally, at that time, I was pushing the boxing very serious because I don't even sleep. I get up early in the morning, I do my own boxing with my own new boxer that I do, and I'm training. When my time is there for me to go to the gym at 4, then I go and continue with my apprenticeship work.
Oh, wait a second. You're telling me that you were training to be a boxer some way, somehow, and then you were undergoing your coaching training also at the same time?
No. I was doing my coaching apprenticeship. That's where I'm coming from.
You were learning from Emmanuel Tegu at the time. Okay.
So I'm saying that I have been training boxers in the morning on my own. Let's say the same box, some of the boxers, giving them like the way we all used to call it, like evening classes or morning classes. So morning training. And that is not part of the evening training. So that is giving some plus to what they are doing already. So this is what I have been doing. Because with that, at that time, I am the lead trainer at that moment. So I can get my control, I can talk to them, I can teach them what I want to teach them. Then in the evening, then I go to the gym itself, talk about the Black Panthers under my boss. So when he told me that like I can do what I want to do, not in a bad way, then I have to be training Brema Kamoko at a different gym in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So I do that.
And then you come back to your own gym.
And I come back to my own gym in the evening. But it got to a time that the thing is becoming much serious. So I have to start preparing somewhere to call a gym. Although I'm working with my boss. But I told him that, I have got a place and I want us to develop the place. Especially we train in the morning. And the reason why we cannot train in our own gym in the morning, the gym is a school. So, in the morning, you cannot go there and disturb the kids with boxing and stuff unless they have clothes. So that means we cannot train boxers in the morning. So that is why I went to where now you can see the bronze gym is functioning. So that is where I started putting up my gym and I start pushing with Brema Kamoko, with the other boxers and stuff, and became a nice thing going. So then I have to now leave my old gym and then start pushing the bronze gym. So this is how it all started.
So at this point, you had gone from apprentice to your own master.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Just briefly, what's the challenge like setting up a gym in a community like that? Because one, there are a lot of gyms like that in Bukom anyway. So one, how difficult is it to get a place to start your own gym, and then two, to get competitive boxers because you have to battle with other gyms in the neighborhood?
Yeah, it's not easy at all. It is not easy at all. If I have to talk about the way I started the gym or the way I plan to do it and the effort I put in, it will be something that somebody can also use it to encourage himself or to be brave to do it. Starting the gym was not easy. at all because nobody was there to help you and you say you want to do it. And at that time, there is nothing coming from anywhere that if you are going to start a gym, you go there for them to give you like a starter, something for you to go and start with. So you have to use your own hard cash to start doing all these things. And especially over there at that time, people coming to join the gym, you are even begging them to come and join the gym. So it is not that they are coming in with some money that you say, okay, it came in with this money, this one also came in with that money, so you have to do it. It got to a point that at the time I was trying to put up the bronze gym that you know, at that time, I have a problem with my accommodation.
Okay.
I have to go and pay for my accommodation, and I have to do the gym. I have to choose one. It's serious.
Interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, I close my eyes on accommodation, and I put
the money
in the gym. So I have to struggle around. I mean, how to take care of my sleep, whatever. I have to just put that one aside.
How old are you then?
You're asking me. Yeah. So that is when and how I started putting up the gym. So you can imagine somebody who have put his accommodation aside and trying to do this boxing issue. It was not easy. Getting the equipment and everything over there is another tough thing. Luckily, some of the guys in the area did their best to, support a little bit what I was doing, and I will never forget whatever they did. We call one man, Atofuachere, who is Saddam in Jamestown. Yeah. I mean, he helped to give me some 2-3 pairs of, sparring gloves, that means to start with. I get 2 people also to give me like one cement back.
Wow.
You understand it to start with. But I really know what I'm doing and what I want to do. So I was not looking back. Because whatever I used to do, whatever I do in my life, from when I got to know that I'm also part in this life, I'm a human being, I have taken everything serious. And just to pass through this, if I'm into boxing, I would say I will be in the name of Azuma Nelson. Not to fight like Azuma Nelson, but the determination that Azuma Nelson put in boxing, training. That is why he can go in the ring and say, I will stop my opponent in 7th round or 5th round or something. Do you think he just said that? Do you think it's because of maybe some juju somewhere? No. He knows the work he has put in. So when he's going there and he said, I'm going to do this, he's just focusing on that. So when I told myself that this is what I want to do, it is my mind. People cannot read my mind. It is me. So I have to keep pushing. And it was not easy, but I've been pushing and pushing and pushing till now.
The first time I met you, Richard Comey was in the gym. He had just won his Commonwealth title. And you were sparring with, he was going through his evening training at the time. There were a couple of other people in the gym as well. How did you meet Richard? Was he national champion at the time you had met him already? Or when you picked him up, he was just making his transition from kickboxing?
Part of boxing, so whatever you have to say, or you have to talk about. The story about Richard Comey and me is not just a mere story, as well again. I picked Richard Comey up when he was about 13 to 14 years to be a footballer. At that time, I was doing football with my uncle, who is Carl Lokko. He's a football coach. Now he's how you classify them. He's a licensed A football coach who recently trained Nzima Kotoko, whatever, make them compete with Ashgood and stuff. I'm just trying to put... So I was doing a football team, under 12 academy team with him. And at Jamestown, that will tell you that I start helping people not today. At Jamestown, anyone that I'll see, even at that time, doing anything at all that can bring progress or that can change the life of the person, what I have to do is just to help the person. So I picked them up. They were about 8 boys. I picked them up. I took them to join the football team. So that is even where I got to know Richard. So I know him from there. He played the under 12, finished everything, and then joined I remember his sit-ups or something like that. But it couldn't continue. Then this kickboxing issue start coming to Ghana. When Buko Manku will be saying, you see a small man fighting a big man, something like that. Yeah. That was when kickboxing started coming. And it switched to kickboxing, talking about Richard. Yeah. Through the kickboxing, things were going, pretty well. Or he got lucky and things moved on. And he traveled with kickboxing, right? Later, he came back, and he approached me that, please, I want to pursue the boxing career. So, I would like you to help me out.
Wow.
So I told him that you don't have problem because, you have me already. So if you have come and want to do this, why not? Then let's take it from there.
So you were with Kwame when he beat Carl Lokko for his first national title?
I trained Kwame to start his amateur boxing from the bronze gym.
Wow.
So from scratch of Kwame, from nowhere of Kwame, it is the bronze gym and Carl Lokko.
Where, I won't say where did things go wrong because I don't know the relationship you have with him now, but when did the differences emerge? I remember that after the Robert Easter Jr. bout there were a lot of issues about whether Kwame needed to improve certain parts of his technique, whatnot. The next thing we heard was that you and Kwame were no longer trainer and boxer again. What exactly happened?
In this position, let me say, I don't think when it comes to the technical aspect of Kwame at that time, he was not doing good. I would not say that. And maybe you can't change anyone's mind. That is what the people, everybody, those who were following boxing also were thinking. That's fine. That's fine. Kwame itself, Kwame know himself. He know where he started from and he know where he got to. You understand? No coach in Ghana here who started with a boxer from the scratch, amateur level to the world level. Normally, the coaches start and get to somewhere, somebody comes in, then we go from there. But having him from the amateur level, professional level, to win a national title, one African title, Commonwealth title, and everything going to different continents, going to fight over there. Yep. If Carl Lokko is not doing something right, he should have started losing a long time, right? If Kwame's promoters, then time, Salon Promotion, have pursued the purse bid to win the purse bid for the fight at that time, Kwame was leading contender at the time. The fight's supposed to happen when they went to purse bid. So he was ahead of Robert Easter, but his promoters couldn't win the purse bid, and Easter's promoters won the purse bid. So we have to go to the States and fight. And where did we prepare? We did everything in the bronze gym. We did everything over here in Ghana. We left here, at least, let's say, a week to the fight. It's even not a week, but we left here, let's say, a week to the fight. Yeah. And that means we have finished everything here. And you're going to fight Robert Easter. At that time, a lot of Ghanaians were not even believing Kwame can even travel the rounds with Robert Easter. But yes, because of the way they were seeing Robert Easter profile and his fight, things that they were showing to us was, very amazing, that it would put scare. Yeah. But I said, hey, Charlie, let's focus and let's do everything well and let's go there. So if we have prepared from here, we have been there. And the fight went on nice. And after the fight, the verdict was 2-1, meaning it was not all that clear. Yeah. Because we have gone to their territory or their backyard. Yeah. So how does that affect a trainer?
Did he speak to you about it? Did he come to you personally and say, Carl, I'm at a point in my career where I think I need to change trainers? And how did you take it when he spoke to you about it?
No, you know what? After the Easter fight, nothing happened. We were still moving. We were still working. Yeah. After the Easter fight, we went to Russia again. His promoters couldn't win a purse bid, and that is the cause of all those things. Sometimes people will not understand and they will start blaming the coaches or whatever, but that is wrong. A promoter, if you want to protect his word, his boxer, he needs to put in money. You remember they came and we did some press conference here, and Kempinski trying to say that the fight of Robert Easter and Kwame should come to Ghana. Yes, and later they
didn't
just changed that. Yes, because they were expecting some kind of things to be coming out from here so that they can maybe support whatever they want to do it. So that one couldn't happen, and we went to the States, finished the Robesta fight, and another chance came again for him to fight Shavikov.
Yep.
And that Shavikov fight also, they lost the purse bid again. I'm a trainer. My job is to train the boxer to go in the ring and fight. So if the promoter have accepted, the manager have accepted, me, the trainer, what do? I have to accept and make sure I prepare the boy well. Then we go. So the same way, we went to Russia again, and the fight also was terrible in the sense that, I mean, after the fight, when you see Shavikov face and you see Richard face, you see the difference. But after the fight, we lost again. Is that the fault of the trainer? You understand? So people who don't understand it will understand it from today. And honestly, from there also, back to Ghana, what we have to do, we didn't prepare for coming to fight Slimani.
Yep.
Ghana 60
Bukom Boxing
Arena. When Comey fought Slimani, Duke Maka fought Aguilera, and Frederick Lawson also fought, I forget this Jamaican name. And he won his fight again to give him the edge again. He won the fight. And that was the last fight I had with Comey.
Yeah.
That's the fight at the Bukom Boxing Arena. So if finally we have also staged a fight over here and you have fought and you have won, it was a good fight.
Yeah.
It was a challenging fight. Even at that time, Comey himself was having injury with, his hand.
I remember.
Yeah, but hey, like I said again, they have put everything there already, and he's the main bout and everything. We all accepted, we understood, we went to the fight, and we fought, and everything was cool, he won. And that is what I know. From there, he got a chance of the promotional deal with Lou DiBella.
Yeah.
When the manager was working with me, discussing that, and I have to get a documentation for them between him and Duke Mika as well. Duke Mika is a different promoter, and he also is on a different promotion. So I have to bring the documentation for them to sign, which I did all that, and I forwarded everything back. So that tells you, around that time, still, everything was fine. So you have to go, because now you have signed a contract, you have to go and meet his promoters, and maybe have a chance to go and watch Mikey Garcias at that time, because it's sounding like maybe things can move that way. So that is how it happens. And so you have to go. So if he's going, there is no need for me, the trainer, to go, because he's just going to do some documentary, some paperwork, and finalize things. And I know I still have boxers training Duke Mika, training other boxers. Yeah. So I understood that way. So he went. And that is how I know he was in the States. During that time, the trainer he was training with now, the same trainer, knows that Comey is my boxer. So I was connected to the man. The man was
Andre Rozier.
Rozier was chatting with me, because I know him not today. I start trying to be a good trainer not today. So I've been traveling all the time, just pursuing my boxing agenda as a trainer. So I know him not today. Fine. I'm a trainer, he's a trainer. So what's my problem? At that time, he was just taking care for me, so that when I come, that is the way I understood it. That is the way the manager also was saying. So that is why we were exchanging, messages. Yeah. So after training, he will give me, today we did defense, today we did that, today we did this. So that means me and the trainer were having good rapport, and I was okay, I was flowing. You understand it? So when it get to a time, and you, the boxer, coming to me on the phone when he was in the States, coming to me on the phone, but before that, the manager said, Comey want to talk to you. I said, what? And you cannot talk to me as the manager. He said, oh, don't worry, Comey will talk to you. I said, wow, okay, no problem. Comey came back talking to me, telling me, and now I want to upgrade myself more and stuff. So I want to train with the coach. That means he wants to confirm to me that he wants to train with the man fully. So that means if I'm not there, his next fight, he would like to fight, go in with the man and see one or two things. I said, oh, no problem. I told him no problem, because he said, oh, for one fight, for me to see how things are going, what can I say? I said, cool, because I believe in what I'm doing. But later, the things start changing. He came back and he's saying, he wants to do with the man fully. So I said, wow. when did you have this thinking or this plan? Because I don't know anything about what you are saying. You have not even discussed anything physically before. I mean, you were going. You have not told me anything that from this fight and that fight, maybe Robert Easter fight, Shevikos fight, and maybe the Slimani fight. You have not told me, and the manager also have not told me that in the near future, this is what we are considering to do. Nobody have told me that. And you are telling me this on phone. You want to finalize it that you want to train with him. And I say, okay, you know what? Under human rights, I can't still press you that don't do it. But let's think of what people will start saying, because people know where I took you out from. People know where we were pushing from. So people will start asking a lot of questions. So let's think of that. And he was not even considering that. So I told him, you know what, if that's the case, no problem. I am ready to be assistant, to assist Andre Rosé, whoever you are going to train with, because if you are claiming you want to upgrade, then why don't I also upgrade?
Sure.
And he told me, no, we would like to have his privacy. How can a human being talk like this?
Wow.
Yes, this is the real case. I love boxing, and I am still doing boxing, and I'm on the board as a GBA member, so I control myself not to be saying a lot of things, just to keep things like that. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if he is a world champion, still he cannot run away that I have training.
True.
So that one, everywhere I'll sit. When you ask me, mention the bosses you are trained to the higher level.
He's definitely.
I will not be sorry to use the word arrogant by saying because I'm not nice with him, so I will not mention. That would be a foolishness out of me.
Yep.
Because I have made you who you are. So that one I'll say. So for you to say that you want your privacy, for me, not to upgrade, but for you, you want to upgrade.
This conversation is getting heated. Hold it there a bit for me. Coach Carl Lokko is sharing his story with us. We are getting through his relationship with Richard Comey. There's a lot more to talk about with Comey, his last bout, how he lost his title and everything, how Carl feels about that particular incident and all that. Stick right here with us on the tracker. We'll be right back.
Imagine if you can get all the understanding on some of the difficult subjects you struggle with in school. As a student, do you feel dissatisfied with how hard it is to figure out the subjects you're learning? Or as a parent or guardian, do you worry that your child is struggling to understand some of the subjects in school? Well, now you don't need to sign up for extra lessons or tutors. Simply tune in to Class Act, Mondays to Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. on Citi TV. Class Act is a show that seeks to enable senior high school students gain a much better understanding of what they learn in school. All you need is a TV, a chair, your notebook, and your pen. Get clarity on subjects such as maths, English, IT, and science. Class Act airs every Monday to Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182. Don't forget your pens, pencils, and your notebooks, and tune in to Class Act, only on Citi TV.
Precision, style, class, execution, talent. Congratulations to the top 20 contestants that made it to the main audition for Keyboard Idol. The question is, which of these 20 talents will be in the top 10 and ultimately become the Keyboard Idol? Catch the Keyboard Idol every Saturday at 7 p.m. only on Citi TV. Tune in to Citi TV and follow the conversation using the hashtag Keyboard Idol for updates or visit CitiTVOnline.com. This amazing talent competition is sponsored by Asanka, powered by Tech Aid, and Santol Energy. Keyboard Idol is powered by Citi TV. The quest to find a keyboard superstar starts now.
Welcome back to the tracker here on Citi TV. We are speaking to veteran boxing trainer Carl Lokko. Carl, you are sharing the story on Richard with us. Now, tell me, what's the relationship between the two of you like as we speak?
There is nothing good to write home about.
Wow. As in, you don't speak to each other when Richard comes to Bukom, he doesn't visit Carl Lokko. Is that what you're saying?
100%.
Is there a point to which you will say, you know what, let's put all the bad blood that has gone on between us behind us and let's mend this relationship again, because I've known you since you were a boy. I've known you since I started out on this journey. We can repair what is left of this relationship. Is there a point where the two of you can do that?
For now, I'm a human being. Anything can happen. But I don't know how it is going to happen. But as of now, it is me who have a bigger pain in whatever that happens. If a boxer have moved on, let's say you have choose your mind to do with different person, you have moved on, and you are no more in the bronze gym. Yeah. Will you pray for the bronze gym to bend?
No.
Will you pray for the bronze gym to collapse?
Certainly not.
He is a bad man. He was instigating the boxers in the bronze gym to leave me, to go to different gyms.
You're kidding.
I'm telling you. I mean, the kind of person you guys are seeing is not a person the way you see it. I'm telling you. And I believe whatever I'm saying, wherever he is, or somebody watching it, will tell him to watch it or listen. You understand me? You are instigating the boys to leave the bronze gym. I mean, like I said again, what kind of human being are you? You understand? Yes. And some of the boxers left. Some of them, I came back from the States and I have to pull them back. You understand? Even to a boxer that I was training from the age of 8 years, and now he's in the national team. Yeah. Between Komi and the manager, did a plan to sign the boy without my consent. And it was Komi who instigated, like he set them up when the manager is in the UK for them to sign the boy. How wicked are you?
Wow.
You understand it? So that's why I said to you that in all that is going on, the pain on my side, I think is bitter. He thinks he wants to do what he has to do to make his life, and he's making his life now. I have kids that I'm taking care of. So my sweat going somewhere and not coming back, that is the fault of the person. I don't have a problem. You understand me? So again, instigating someone like Duke Michael, telling him things to say. Duke Michael did some videos some time back.
I remember.
Calling me names. I have squandered their money, I've done this and I've done that. There is nothing. There isn't even one kobo passing through my hands. When the boxer is going to fight, I'm a trainer. The manager talk about pets. They pay the money to the manager or the boxer. They give me mine out of whatever I have worked for. So how did that happen? But later, Duke Michael came to me, Ghana, and telling me, please forgive me. I'm very sorry. Whatever that happened, honestly, certain things were pushed by the same Komi.
I'm not sure if you watched his bout that led him to losing his title. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he was never knocked down when he was under your leadership. How did you feel when he was knocked out in that bout? And what do you think he could have done better to have prevented losing his title?
That fight, I never watched the fight live because honestly, nothing will push me to go and sit down and watch that fight live. And before the fight, I just look at the two boxers going to fight as normal boxers that I'm a trainer. At least my interest will be there just to know who win or the level of the two.
The balance.
What is going on. And at that time, the only thing I was saying in my mind is, if Komi doesn't take care, this boy will make a name through Komi. I'm talking about Lopez. Yeah. Because, how many fights was he having at that time? Yeah. And he was coming. All the people were talking about him, but his level was not that high at that time. So if he get a chance and win the fight, then it will be something for them to use. So what can I say? This is the only thing I can say to myself, because there is no chance for me, or there is no
motivation
link,
to watch.
Even link for me to even advise my countryman to advise in a way. So nothing I can say. Is just my analysis I have to do. And honestly, I never expect that the fight will end that early. But later, that is what I got to know, that the fight is over. Why? Who won? I said, Comey have been knocked down. And nothing can be done, and that's it.
Were you shocked?
I would say yes, I was shocked. Because I know the effort that the boy put in his work. You understand? I mean, regardless of the difference I'm talking about, the right things are there. I know the effort he put in his work, so I'll be shocked. You understand me? But all the same, I'm shocked, and I use that one also to calm myself down. Because for a boxer who says he's going to update, he's going to upgrade, he's going to learn, he's going to do this, Carl Lokko is there, he's down. It's not neither here or there. It's a big lie. It is not when we know ourselves as, sorry to say, as blacks, or I mean, we are guns, or we are this, then you always look down upon.
That was the
kind of
that was a Magnus fall.
Yeah, there you see. You understand me? There you see.
He looked really injured in this bout.
You understand? I mean, with all the upgrade, with all the whatever you are talking about, and this is what you got. So now people should tell me, or now you should tell me, you should do comparison. Let's forget his coach is coming from America. Yes, he's training boxers there. I have never taken boxer to this level in my life. My first boxer to take to the higher level is coming. And that one, I use all my two hands and even my legs to hold it well, to make sure I give him the good guidance and let him know how the boxing goes and things that can happen in the ring. You understand? And we have gone to that at least 2-3 times, or even more than that. He fought an eliminator for Commonwealth title. It was not a cheap fight. He fought for the Commonwealth title. It was not a cheap fight as well. He fought for the IBF Continental. It was not a cheap fight in Las Vegas. When we went in as opponent, or let's say we went in as away boxers coming from. He went there and he stopped his opponent as well. So on a genuine note, I have took him to a higher fight, and he have passed through. And now that you have upgraded, and now that you have a world title for Ghana, that Ghana will be praying for you so that you keep it for a long time. For us, boxing to grow, to have much say when it comes to world champions. And this is what we got. From a best training from the States against a local trainer who don't know anything, and you want to upgrade. Is that the upgrade?
Let's talk about Ghanaian boxing issues. I know you are passionate about a lot of Ghanaian boxing issues. You've been an advocate for gender balance in Ghanaian boxing because you believe that women can also make it to the top level. In fact, I saw a lot of female boxers, at least 3 of them, when I first visited your gym. What do we need to do to advance the cause of female boxers in this country? Because I have been speaking to one young lady by name Farouza. She's training to go to the Olympics. She seems to have a lot of potential, but a lot of people don't seem to be looking their way. How do we bring them up? I know it will be hard to get them up to the level of the men now, but how do we up their standards?
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very important for us to look at that that level when it comes to female boxing. Sometimes somebody will say, why should I allow my my daughter to go into boxing? But what sports is doing for the whole world is something great. And sometimes the way what sports can do to your ward, if you maybe encourage your ward to do as a female, in the sports I'm talking about, but especially in boxing, I mean, you will not regret if from our homes, people will understand that boxing is not something for, excuse me, the street boys or street people. They will encourage, I mean, their daughters to come and join boxing. So unless the boxing fraternity, especially Ghanaians or all of us, have understood that part, that we can encourage or we should encourage them to do it, so that when any family member or any family got to see or know that their daughter is pursuing boxing, nobody will call and say, "Excuse me, now what are you doing? You are doing." Stop it. You understand?
So there needs to be a mindset change.
Mindset change. Then from there, I believe that there are a lot of girls out there. They are very strong.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see, I mean, their structure and everything, I mean, it will be good for boxing. And not, I'm not saying that unless they have that physique before they can become a boxer. So anyone can be a boxer unless you are not
determined or
physically, you understand. So I'll use the platform to urge, I mean, especially all the boxing fraternity to encourage those that they see that they really want to do boxing as female boxers. And with that one, they are always welcome. The gyms, we are ready to help them, to support them to achieve what they want to achieve, because we have female boxers who have been going to tournament, I mean, games and stuff. Yeah. We recently, now in Ghana, try now to push the female side of it. So I'll still encourage and I'll still talk about it. The last time I went to meet the BBC, have some meetings with them and stuff, I spoke about that. I met the BIBA vice president also. I spoke about that for us even to have some of the females to be, I mean, boxing officials, to be, I mean, professional boxing judges, professional female, referees and stuff, so that, I mean, the balance will be there. You understand it? Because normally people go to boxing, not maybe because of the boxer who's going to fight, but because of a friend who is a judge.
True.
So he or she will go there to just go and have a feel of how my friend is working and stuff.
Tell me about the Bukom Boxing Arena too. You've raised some concerns about the arena in terms of how it can be upgraded to host international level fights. What exactly do you think we should be doing with regards to altering the arena in a way to bring more international level fights down here? Yeah,
I mean, the arena have come to help a lot, and that one is a fact. And we are having international fights over there as well already, and I think that's packaged our boxing for now very nice and very good, especially when a TV station is coming to work at the arena to cover a fight. You have a lot of places to, talk about your advert, talk about how to brand the place and stuff, and that gives us another mileage when it comes to the arena itself. I was saying that in the sense that we are grateful, we thank God that we have got this arena, but I was thinking of, in case of we having a bigger any fight over there, and the nature decides to drop it, then what can we do? So at least I personally will be hoping that we can upgrade it in the sense of trying to put a roof on it in future as well, so that the rain will not stop any fight happening. Because I have witnessed a fight there, that a fight, if it is even my boxer fighting with another boxer, and because of the rain, it was terrible. The fight couldn't continue, and the boxers even have to, pull out their canvas to fight with their bare foot and stuff. And I think this is not that great. So if in future we'll get a chance for the arena to be covered, so that, because when a promotion is going on, there's a lot that goes in. There is a lot of money that goes in. So even if the profit is not coming, the event should happen, so that at least you say, okay, at least the event happens.
It's an encouragement to do another one.
Another one. So that is why I was saying that.
How do we get more Carl Lokkos in boxing? Because a lot of veteran trainers have died in recent times, and the more the veteran trainers die, the less the likelihood that we are going to get more people like you to come sit here to guide young boxers coming up. How do we solve that situation?
Also goes down to encouragement, also goes down to, the mindset. Again, like I said, not everybody should just think of becoming a boxer. You don't just think of somebody having a world title, somebody is a boxer having a luxurious car and this and that, so you also want to go into boxing. Some people come to me to pursue boxing.
Yeah.
Maybe they are 30 years, they are 32 years, and now that you want to be a boxer, I mean, what magic do you want to conjure? But sometimes some of them, you tell them plain, Charlie, I don't think you can make it. You understand? Some of them too will be telling you a lot of story. Oh, I know what is in me and this and that. Sometimes you have to allow the person to start and see if you can do it. So by doing this, people can also start bringing their mind down that, okay, I like boxing and now my age is gone. Why don't I go into coaching?
But is there a structure for them to actually coach, or they all have to attach themselves to somebody like you to learn?
I mean, at least if you want to be a coach, you have to attach yourself to a gym so that you can see the fundamentals. You will be there until there is a course coming that, let's say, they are doing some intermediate course, or they are doing, any course that is coming in the name of boxing. The gym will recommend you to maybe the GBE or the GBF that, yes, this guy is with us and he's helping at the gym and this is what we want to do. Then when you leave the gym and go to that course, you understand certain things more, or understand things that you have been taught or you have been seeing in the gym, then you can start pursuing from there. So all the gyms are open for that kind of attachment. Yeah.
I know he's not your boxer, but Isaac Dogbo has been up there and now he's down. Finally, he's trying to pick himself up. He's working out in the United States now. He's won his last bout on the 21st. If you could give him some advice from where you are, he's moved up in weight. What kind of advice will it be in terms of him trying to pick himself up to get back to the level he was at again?
Yeah, when it comes to Isaac Dogbo, he was young, his age, when he became a world champion, was perfect and everything. Maybe if I was fully there, the kind of advices I will be giving. But that one I've passed. He has been a champion, and we are proud of him, and he have lost, the belt, and that one still, Ghanaians still, embrace him because it's our own. Finally, he's coming back again, and he have choose to move up weight.
Yeah.
When his father also have brought in other experts to come and work with him. So with that decision to come out still, then that means that is the decision the team, the boxer and everyone have accepted to do. So that gave him another task again, in the sense that he's not that tall, but our length is heavy. So maybe at that weight, the super bantam weight is not good for him, and he's now in the featherweight. Yeah. Then he have a lot of work to do. He have a lot of work to do in the sense that we all saw the fight between him and Navarrete. They were all fighting the same weight class, but we saw the difference when it comes to the size. And nothing changed. If I'm the same weight with you and you are very tall than me, nothing changed. I have to fight you. But the advantages and disadvantages is what sometimes we cry for or we talk about. So if you have moved to featherweight, then that means he will be meeting other people at the same kind of maybe height, body structure and stuff. So I would just advise that they should start pushing and thinking and learning about if it happens again with a bigger boxer at that division, or even if it happens again with him and Navarrete again, because Navarrete has also moved up to that weight. So if you want to become a world champion again, and the same person is at your top, it's another thing to think about, to worry about. So the best thing, they have to start pushing and pushing and pushing and have a lot of strategy, so that when it comes to, not because of Navarrete I'm saying that, but we have all seen what happened between him and Navarrete. We have all seen what his defense was, what his ability and everything was. In boxing we lose, fine. But if it happens again with a different boxer, without the same height or body-wise or whatever, you need to learn from whatever you have passed through or you have gone through that was not good for you. So that would be my advice.
Finally, from a GBA board member standpoint, What do you have to say to Ghanaians in terms of any boxing message that you need to put out there?
Yeah, for now, we all know we are not in normal terms, and especially boxing, as where I'm coming from, we have felt it more because of this COVID. We have fully felt it more. And before the COVID, boxing was moving very well. Yeah. I mean, not all that great, but boxing was moving very well. And now, because of this COVID, things are very down. And we are still encouraging the boxers to just keep themselves, to control themselves, because if you are not working, nothing is going on for you, your minds start thinking of a lot of things. People will come to you to tell you, Charlie, if you don't have nothing on you, let's go here, let's do this. I mean, just to make a hard living, then that will take them to, bad situations. Excuse me, calling the boys to go on a site, go and help us to do this and that. It's serious. So I always use a platform like this to advise the boxers itself to just still control and consider that it is not anyone's fault. And this is what has happened. They should still keep their dream that they want to make Ghana proud and stay behind, not to go and do something that will tarnish their image, and same to the managers as well. Some of the managers, because of the COVID, some of them are back. They are not even supporting their boxers again because maybe he is also having problems and stuff. So we'll just encourage all of them and see how best we'll come together and see how we can continue the boxing. If by the grace the president, allow the contact sport to happen, which we are pleading with him to allow the contact sport to happen, because we can see a lot of things going on that we can take better care of our boxing than what we are seeing in town. And this one is not something that someone have to hide from. You understand it? So we are still pleading with the president to allow the contact sport to happen with the measures and the procedure we can all put in place. Then we move on.
Coach, thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us here on the show. Hopefully, another time we can maybe visit you in the studio or in the boxing gym for the tracker. So you heard Coach Carl Lokko speaking there, sharing his journey with us, sharing the boxers he's worked with, and also some advice to improve the industry. Same time, Citi TV, the tracker, will be back.